Hey everyone, Carolyn and Jana here with Holistic Institute of Wellness. We hope you're doing well today.
Hello, everybody.
Happy spring. Well, spring is on the way. We're not quite to the first day yet, but spring is definitely on the way.
Yes.
I know we are super excited.
Yes.
Getting those longer nights, which is awesome.
Gosh.
I left work about 6:30 the other night and still had daylight, so that was,
Still take a walk.
yes, so
it's
that was
wonderful.
exciting. So
Absolutely.
happy to see spring starting to show itself.
And the birdies.
Yes.
All the birdies are coming back.
Yes.
It's awesome.
It is awesome. So today we want to take a few minutes and chat with you all about opening up your intuition.
Yes.
Intuition is probably one of my favorite topics. So one of the things I've always said is everyone is born intuitive.
Yes.
So everyone on the planet is intuitive, whether you think you are or you're not, you are intuitive. A lot of what has occurred throughout our life is that we've been conditioned to think that we are not intuitive, and that conditioning has come through society.
Yes.
It has come through our parents, maybe friends as we were younger, not feeling like we fit in. Because we knew things we just couldn't quite explain.
Or we did say things and it wasn't taken so well.
Yes.
So.
And then some of us saw things that weren't there, but were there. And, and then maybe those things weren't validated. And so then we began not to trust ourselves.
Right. Right.
So as you begin to open up your intuition again, the biggest piece of it is to start trusting yourself.
Yes. Yeah. If the doubts kick in and all the, am I making that up? just.
Is that just my imagination?
Yeah.
I get a lot of that sometimes. Is it just my imagination? And what I like to say is our imagination is actually key in our intuition. Because it allows us to get out of our logical mind.
Yes.
And that's what we have to pay attention to when we're opening up to our intuition.
Right.
Because intuition isn't always logical. Most of the time it's not logical. It accesses another part of our brain.
Yes.
And so it's more of that feeling that we get versus a thinking. So ways that you can begin to open up is to start listening to those nudges.
Right, right. I know for me most of the time, it just pops into my head and it's just a knowing.
Yep.
It's just a knowingness that whatever it is, I'm to either move on it or do something with it. But again, if that other voice picks up, then just trust yourself.
Yes.
And go with it.
Yeah.
And sorry, you
No, that's
wouldn't.
okay.
The nudges, right, that Carolyn was just talking about. Just trust them. Make a game of it. What the heck? And
Yes.
check it out.
And start with small things.
Yes.
Like start with small things that you don't have a lot of investment in and you just want to see if you're right.
Right.
Because that's the best way to start trusting yourself.
Yeah. It takes the pressure off.
It does.
It really does.
Yeah. And just pay attention to those things. And as you do that, as you begin to pay attention and as you trust yourself and you listen to those nudges, then you start becoming very mindful. And that's really key in trusting your intuition, is becoming mindful. And mindful of everything around you, mindful of your surroundings, mindful of your energy, and just being open to what you are sensing.
Right.
That's a big piece of it, because a lot of us have closed that part of ourself down, as I was mentioning earlier, just through our conditioning process. So when you become mindful, you begin to open up to all of your senses again.
Right. Right. And the mindfulness is a full body experience, if you will.
It is.
It's difficult to be mindful and chattery at the same time.
Yeah.
It won't work.
Yes.
So I know a lot of people that will, to be mindful, like in the Buddhist tradition, we would obviously get very quiet, and you just start with your hearing. You would just start with your hearing. But the mindfulness is about being accountable for yourself, if you will.
Yes.
Is another way to look at it.
Yeah.
But yeah, as Carolyn was saying, be mindful. Excuse me.
And also doing meditations. You can do specific meditations to actually begin to open up your sixth chakra, your third eye, as it's known, and it also activates your pineal gland in the brain, which is a real thing. And actually, if you look at pictures of the pineal gland, it looks like an eye.
And a pine cone.
And a pine cone.
Right.
Yes.
And yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An eye pine cone.
Icon.
Icon. It's an icon.
Icon.
But it begins to activate here, and things that you can do to actually activate your third eye.
Yes.
To help yourself because that's going to open up your intuition. There's different tools you can use, such as crystals. You can take like a amethyst crystal, and you can actually place it on your third eye, and you can do like a specific meditation that is geared toward third eye awakening.
Correct.
Or you can just put on some soft music and literally just lay down, put the crystal here on your third eye,
Right.
and just kind of breathe into it, and then visualize the color purple, or indigo. It's more of, the third eye is more of an indigo. It's that real dark, deep kind of purplish blue. Although as we're continuing to progress in our consciousness, those colors are beginning to shift some. So just focus in on this area and see what color you actually see.
Toning and chanting
Yes.
is another wonderful way
Absolutely.
to connect in with your intuition. Again, it puts you in a mindful place when you tone or you chant and or prayer, and whatever feels right for you.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But it puts you in a concentrated, mindful, relaxed place.
Yeah, and there's also some different essential oils that you can use out there. Frankincense is a really wonderful oil to put on your third eye to help increase your intuition. It's a great oil to use in meditation as well. So you just take a little drop and just dab it right there on your third eye.
Yes, and I was just thinking about vetiver. You'll see it. It looks like on the bottle vetiver. I've heard vetiver. I've heard vetiver. Excuse me. It's a great grounder. So put a little dab on the bottom of your foot, right next to the big pad, and that'll help you stay grounded in your body while you're integrating everything.
Yeah. And of course, no conversation would go without me telling you all to, or encouraging you all, let me put it that way, to journal. So if you actually have journal prompts, this can actually help you connect to your intuition. I learned this a long time ago through a dear colleague, Lee Harris, who does an energy report every month for all of us. If you're not familiar with Lee's work, he's found on YouTube. Wonderful, wonderful intuitive energy healer. But I learned this from Lee, that you can just simply write down, dear soul, what is it that you want me to know today? And so I started practicing that, and it's really, really helpful. I use higher self instead, so I'll write down, dear higher self, what is it that you would like me to know today? And I will just listen to what is coming through. And if you're not comfortable in doing this, if you'll just give yourself a little bit of time, it will begin to work. You may start to see pictures, you may start to hear just a few words, and then as you continue to do it, and it doesn't take long at all, you just take 5 or 10 minutes a day, and you just begin to work with it. And then, like I said, you might get a few words, and then that becomes a few sentences. Before you know it, you're writing a few paragraphs, and then you've got a page full of information. So that's a really great journal prompt. Dear soul, what do you want me to know today? Or dear higher self, what do you want me to know today? And then just listen to what comes through. And this is a very powerful way. Our intuition is just like a muscle. So like Jana, you know, if you go to the gym and you're working out, if you work out your arms all the time, your legs get weak and vice versa. So it's the same with our intuition.
I agree.
If we don't do anything with it, then it doesn't grow, it doesn't expand, it doesn't strengthen. So these are just ways that you all can really put some things to use and start to exercise that muscle of intuition inside yourself.
Well, if you don't use it, you lose it. Popular spot in
That's right.
in the weight training world.
That's right. So another, speaking of tools, another wonderful tool, and we're going to actually draw one of these for today, are divination cards, oracle cards. This is a great way to access your intuition. It's also a great way to validate your intuition. So you can utilize these cards by just simply asking a question, and you can call in your higher team, your source, your angels, just whatever that higher power is for you all, and you can ask for a specific message or validation. So we're going to take a few minutes this morning and do this, and just call in everybody that is listening to us now, and then everyone that is listening to us later. Our divine team knows who all that will be and who needs to hear the message today. So we're going to take just a few moments and do that. So I'll have everybody close their eyes, and I'm just going to clear the cards. Usually you knock about 3 times, or you can just kind of wipe them. And then you want to put your energy into it. I'm going to call everyone's divine teams in that is listening to us now, or that will be listening to us later. And we're going to ask for a message from the chakra cards today, and where we need to pay attention to our energy throughout the month of March. So just taking a moment, connecting in. Okay. Oh my goodness. I think we pulled this last month. Personal power. Pretty sure we did.
I think we did. Solar plexus.
Yeah. Standing in your power. That's a big
Right.
theme this year, actually. So it's not on accident that we have drawn this card again. This year is full of opportunities for us to stand in our power and express who we really are.
Right? And bringing your intuition forward will be standing in your power.
Yes.
Absolutely. Okay, you have called upon this card today because it is time to step fully into your power. We are living in a truly exciting time here on earth, and we are all encouraged and invited to live more from a place of empowerment. Over time, we have learned to hand over our power to other people and situations, which has created imbalance and inequality. Sometimes we feel like other people know what's best for us in the situation at hand. And due to a lack of self-love and honor, we give our power over to them. It is now time to connect to your own wisdom, love, and personal power. Everything you require is within you. Now it is time to look within and listen to that loving wisdom and your own divine guidance. It is time to connect with your soul. At times, power can be misunderstood as a negative or controlling expression that comes from the ego. However, the power we are talking about here is love and comes from a place deep within our heart and our soul. Have you been handing over your power to others lately? Now is the time for you to reel it back in. It is time to make your own decisions and choices. Allow the power of your soul to shine through to create and manifest your heart's desire. Connecting with your personal power will bring an abundance of opportunity and magic to your life. The power of the universe is surging through you at all times. Harness this power and enhance your life. Enhance your well-being. Know that you are fully supported by your higher self and the universe in this powerful and exciting transition. The affirmation for today: I am empowered.
Beautiful.
Nice.
So there were a lot of cues in that card about trusting yourself and listening to your divine guidance, and this is all related back to your intuition. And how intuition really connects with your personal power is that when you listen to your intuitiveness,
Intuition?
Thank you.
Welcome.
It really does give you that sense of personal power, because you're not coming from a place of ego. You're just coming from that deep place of knowing inside of you.
Yes.
And when you have that, no one can take it from you.
Well said.
Thank you. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in
Thank
with
you.
us today. We so appreciate you. And if you find our videos useful and beneficial, please share them with your friends and encourage them to follow us on YouTube. Also, check out our services at holisticinstituteofwellness.com. We have a variety of services and practitioners that offer just an array of beautiful modalities and treatments. So just check us out, and thanks again for your support and for following us. Have a wonderful day.
Beautiful.
And enjoy this beautiful spring weather that is starting to come all of our ways.
Yes.
Yeah. Be well.
Be well.